Can't change the way we are. 1 kiss away from killing. Don't you say, don't you say, don't say, don't you say. One breath, it'll just break. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it is no fluke. The Dolphins are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Cardinals, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Hoyer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Hoyer. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Now Hoyer, caught right side, Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Again, it's Murray. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Vince Wilfork is a terrific player. The first thing you notice, obviously, is his size. But his agility will surprise you. He can play defensive end as well as hold down the middle as a defensive tackle.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Now Bradford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white, fit looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish.
Hold a minute, practice it. I'm about to fill you up with battery. Rock up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event and boxing in it. As the time been ticking, I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block my hit. Cause someday, let me come on. Someone tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that someone that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's disappealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, come on. Catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise you the face.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been that they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been that they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma fell back, old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long boy like Jesus, that Colombiana, that's mere models like. Yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo, let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle on the road to success. I can fit a throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. And that old man had to change her heart. Wish he knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen his wife on the military all over the whole compound. Soon as it's seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my man was gone quicker than Domino's. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Logic. Clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rap. I'm just repping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. We got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe. We shootin'. Splash Brothers with the add in soda. Good fellas to my all radios. Shades of blue, I bet you. Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that, killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Cardinals going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. They go play action here on first down. And it's complete. Owen Daniels. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a second down throw for Bradford. And this is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Here we go. Blue 45. Eighth.
Third and long for Bradford. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll throw again. Bradford. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. To the air again with Bradford. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The 2015 Pro Bowler, Michael Bennett, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Hoyer. He's got time in the pocket. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Hoyer. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jermaine Kearse with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Trey McBride now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And now the rookie's free. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Hoyer. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is brought in by Hardy. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Red zone opportunity.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit can have Arnie. Set. Green. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Second down now after the incompletion. Little motion now from the tight end. Now a carry here for Presley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still little work to do on 3rd and goal.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Murray the lone setback. Now Bradford on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Down, Murray. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Bradford. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bradford now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
So many times you hear today's NFL is described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's JPP, seventh-year man, Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Hoyer. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Larry Asante. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here come the Dolphins. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part and forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Following the interception, Bradford, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Here we go. 3-19.
On the run, this is Presley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And that is incomplete. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target. And it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Now Hoyer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Hoyer. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to try and go deep again. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The second down throw for Bradford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. On third down, Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They come out here in the eye. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, And, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Two receivers left, one to the right. Hoyer. And he's got Moncrief. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Here's Presley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, Bradford, and his pass incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To throw, Bradford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's Bradford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here we go.
4th down, Bradford. And it is incomplete. incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now this time he'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to...
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Second down, Bradford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Shipped together here from the D-line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run. It's Presley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run again with Presley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Taking it about the 16. Tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They come out here in the I. They go back to the air here after the INT. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
Bradford going to give it to Murray. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeMarco Murray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here we go. Blue for eighth.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Bradford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And Davis with it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Hoyer, it's complete. Fleener, right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go now. Green, back out, Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
And the back goes into motion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Hoyer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now Hoyer. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 3rd and short yardage. Bradford. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On the sneak, Bradford. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Bradford on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Dolphins have a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw is Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Let's go. Gun.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. So now here come the Dolphins. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
They weren't able to complete that attempt, and that was a heck of an attempt there from the shadow of their own goal line. But that tells you how much confidence they have in their offensive line. Go ahead, dial one up. Know that they can protect the quarterback and let him fling one downfield. They didn't get it there, but they sent a message for the rest of the game. When you have a lot of confidence in your offensive line, that allows you to take shots, as we just saw there. Hardly anyone is going to say, let's go ahead and dial up a big throw from the shadow of their own goal line. But they did there because they knew the guys up front would give them time. They weren't able to complete it, but it was a nice attempt.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 29. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Oh, a crusher there as it's in. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Back to that. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
And out come the Dolphins now. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Following the interception, Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On second down, Bradford again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Cards, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.